Peace Tribe. All right, so this message is for divine masculine. Okay, so it's going to be a 5 card spread. All right, so very short but straight to the point. Okay, and I'm gonna call this the path of the king. Okay, the path of the king spread. Don't forget, everybody's on a different stage of their journey, so take what you need, leave what you don't need, but also use the spirit of discernment as you're viewing this video. Okay, now for the first card, whoop, a lot of cards jumped out. It's the mirror. All right, this is card 1. What truth are you being asked to face today? So what truth is the divine masculine being asked to face today? So this card is going to reveal a shadow or belief that's ready to be transformed. Okay, so we got the 10 of Cups in the reverse. Now, card number 2, the Mantle. Where is divine masculine being called to lead or step up? 2 cards, King of Cups reverse and the 6 of Swords upright. Okay. Card number 3, the Flame. So what passion or purpose needs to be reignited within divine masculine? Whatever's been dimmed, that's what needs to come back to life. 6 of Wands in the reverse position. All right, and card number 4, the Sword. So what must be released for the divine masculine to rise? Okay, this is them cutting away their weight, people pleasing, or anything that's not aligned with their growth. Needs to be released. All right, now. Do it again. I'm gonna get a card at some point. There we go. Whew. That King of Wands. That King of Wands is always on the board. Okay, so, let's see. Card number 5, the Throne. This is the anchor. So this is divine masculine's anchor, their current strength, the divine support. So let's see. The 8 of Cups in the reverse. All right, so it's a 5-card spread. All right, so here we go. Hold on, I gotta tend to the little bonus lady. All right, y'all. So, okay. I got the 10 of Cups reverse. Hold on. All right, so with the 10 of Cups in the reverse, it's almost like the masculine is chasing this illusion of being happy, okay? And that's something here that they must face. They're trying to hold together a version of love or legacy that no longer fits. It no longer fits who they're becoming, right? That's outdated thinking. And so, yeah, it's time for them to release that, okay? They need to make space for something real, not the illusion anymore. Now, when it comes down to the Mantle, I got 2 cards for divine. 333 on the timer for the divine masculine, which was the King of Cups reverse, and the 6 of Swords in the upright position, okay? Now, 1 second, let me examine my cards here. This is like literally about, because it's with the King of Cups reverse can be very emotionally overwhelmed. They're not balanced emotionally, and they could be hiding the depth of themselves, like behind some type of control or withdrawal, right? But with the six of Swords leading next, right? I'm gonna say leading, but coming up next, 414, I just seen on the timer. They have to really lead themselves first, okay? Getting out of survival mode. Wow, that's interesting. And so why I'm saying that's interesting, because divine feminine has been in survival mode. All right, so this is being mirrored back to, all right, I'm coming, baby. This is being mirrored back to divine masculine, as we can see. All right, so they are literally in survival mode. They got to get out of survival mode. They have to trust that what's ahead is calmer waters, for real. It's not the same. Like, it feels like they have a lot of outdated ideas or divine masculine, because you could be tuned in, that need to be released. Okay, now you don't have to hold, divine masculine doesn't have to hold it all alone. And it's like I said, it's like they have this idea, but what I'm feeling like is outdated. You know, it's something that, say like if they were raised a certain way, or if they seen something, you know, how something may have happened in their household, it's almost like this connection that divine masculine has with that. Okay, and that's the illusion. All right, so let me go help the baby wipe his butt. All right, hold on. All right, y'all. So the flame literally asks what needs to be reignited. And so we got the Six of Wands coming out in the reverse. And it's almost like so the Six of Wands usually shows like this deep desire for recognition. But it feels like divine masculine is dimming their light, okay? And they're dimming their light to avoid judgment, to avoid failure, right? Because the Six of Wands literally means that in reverse, okay? But right now, what Spirit is trying to get divine masculine to do is to really reclaim their worth, okay? Even if no one's clapping for them. And it feels like that's the biggest thing. Sometimes with divine masculine, it's like they want that recognition, like from the outside world. And Spirit wants them to realize, like, they don't need an audience to be victorious. Okay, it's not about the audience, right? It's because they're divine masculine, they're already victorious, and everything that they do and touch is victorious. Okay, but they have to recognize that on their own. And for the most part, like with this King of Wands coming out for card number 4, here we go, look at that. It's like the King of Wands sits on their throne, right? So it feels like, and this is ironic, right, that it's like the false power around them, like it's like an ego or control, right, that they may have that needs to be cut away. All right, like it could be, for some, maybe forcing outcomes. That's for some. I'm not, you know, but I feel like sometimes, not sometimes, I don't know why sometimes came out, but there we go. My Spirit team was like, sometimes. That's what, literally, like, sometimes they try to force an outcome, or however, right, or have some type of control over the situation. But we know real leadership literally flows from embodiment, right? It's not through domination, and not trying to prove yourself. So once they let go of the need to prove themselves and just be, that's where the real power lies. Okay, and what's anchoring them with the Throne card coming in, right? This is card number 5, and I got the 8 of Cups in a reverse position, and they've been circling around a decision. Divine masculine knows what must be left behind. They already know, but they're not walking away from it yet. And so even with that knowing, they're just still not, it's like they're still circling around it. That's just so crazy how I even see it on the card. It's like they're still circling around. And what I'm hearing is like one particular cup. They already know what's not for them. They need to honor that, right? And they have to rise above that, pretty much. Okay, so I want to ask a little bit more questions about this, but hold on one second, y'all. All right, so what is it that they need to release? They know they need to move on from. What is the decision that they're circling on? They're afraid of being judged. The 2 of Swords and the Judgment card comes in reverse. It's like they're afraid of being, it's a lot of self-doubt, right? That's why they're circling around a decision. And it's almost this feeling like they're going to be judged for the decision that they make, right? Y'all stay tuned for part 2.